walking through the ghetto with a quart of chocolate milk, just thinking about things, and I thought, hey, may as well share those thoughts. See, for testing purposes, it's important that people have a lower ontological density. I'm not going to get into why that is because I don't actually fucking know. But for the flipping of the time axis and the bringing paradise and casting the remains into the void, it's better that everybody have a higher ontological density. So I've been trying to think of explaining in any kind of human terms what I'm doing with my God shit. So like right now, I'm walking down this street. See that fire hydrant with the hexagons and the pentagon? And I've been fucking around with coins and nonsense words. It's sort of like I've been creating a large coil of wire and I'm a magnet. I'm trying to come up with an analogy here. It's just like I've created these cages of ontological flow, and then me, an enormously hyperdense ontological object, passing back and forth through a channel that I've created from my room in the basement to my workstation at work. Me passing through this is sort of building up a type of charge. That's not all I'm doing, though, at work. You see, kids, paper... 1 second, loud car. Paper is extraordinary at absorbing ontology. You might notice those things I have on my wall. Those sheets of paper have more ontological density than things like, I don't know, my magic wand. Paper absorbs ontology very well. I don't work where I work on accident. But I don't need that many symbols at work. I don't need an elaborate setup. I just needed to do a few designations, put a few symbols to act as sinks, and then do all the computation elsewhere. The paper absorbs the ontology, it's pressed into plates, it's sent out into the world, people eat out of them, and those people and all the things that the plates interact with will have their ontological density increased because the paper had increased ontological density because this guy charged it up with his God math and a few well-placed symbols. 1 moment, passing some people. Yeah, anyway, now that all the paper is marked, and the great thing is everything there is so fucking dirty and covered with scribbles, nobody would even notice a couple well-placed God symbols. So I have that set up in such a way that as I'm working, my physical work is moving things around in the connectome of the universe because God work needs to be done and the energy has to come from somewhere. So essentially I have like these series of transfer circuits between physical reality and the ineffable planes of reality so that my blood, sweat, and tears powers the solution of the equation, right? You got to provide some juice. Like if you have a computer, you need some sort of power source. And I've been tapping all sorts of power sources, but the lion's share comes from this here sack of meat you're looking at. So I'm especially tired because it's been an especially difficult week because now that I have all that shit set up, I'm just pumping ontology into the world with the brute force of my muscles and whatnot. You can do that kind of shit when you're God. And you set it up laboriously over months.